Hi, this video is a walkthrough of a connector template that we've developed to make it easier to build connectors to the Tuva project. So in this video, I want to walk through this repository, its structure, some of what you'll need to change locally to get started here, how you'll actually create a repository of your own based on the template, and some other stuff. So let's get started. In order to create a new repository, you can just click on the Use this repository button. I'll create a connector called My Connector. And what's nice about using this connector template is that you get access to all the files that ship with the template with their own Git history. So you'll see once this repository gets created, it's only got one commit, and that commit has created all those files that ship with the template. So next, I'm going to want to clone this repository, and I can do that here. I'll set my directory to my connector, and I can see that I get all the contents that ship with the connector template itself. So I think a good next step would be to open a code editor here and step through some of the necessary changes you'll need to make to get started on your own, as well as some of the repository structure stuff. So getting started here, we want to start in the dbt-project.yaml file. So for our purposes, we're going to be building a claims connector, preparing to build a claims connector. So you're going to want to uncomment claims enabled true, because that tells the Tuva project input layer what kind of data to expect. There are other variables in here, like if you wanted to set CMS HCC payment year or quality measures or period end, you could set those variables, but they default to the current year. And then the other thing I want to change in here is naming my project appropriately. So I've done that here and here to make sure that these model level and directory level configs get applied appropriately. So that's all looking good. Looking at the models folder here, there are 3 directories: staging, intermediate, and final. You'll notice that staging and intermediate are empty except for a git keep. And that's because the core transformation logic for your project is going to live in staging and intermediate. So you'll write models that transform your raw data that's sourced in this sources.yaml file. And those models that you write transforming your data will live in these directories. We've provided an exhaustive list of tables expected by the Tuva project input layer. This applies to both clinical and claims. Because we're focused on claims here, we can delete everything that is not claims related. And that would be everything except for eligibility, medical claim, and pharmacy claim. So I can delete these. And then the other thing I'll want to do is delete them in the models.yaml file. And I can do that fairly easily here. And that's going to be everything here. And then your model level documentation can also live in the intermediate and staging parts of this file. You're also able to do 1 YAML file per model. It's kind of up to you. So all of this is looking good. And now we can create and activate a virtual environment. So I'll do that now. So this is installing the requirements needed to run dbt core. It's got a linter. Depending on your setup, you might need to make some changes to the requirements for the connector template itself. We've got the Snowflake adapter. And so I can run dbt debug here to make sure my database connection's looking good. It looks good. And now we've got a dbt project. We can run dbt deps to install all of our dependencies. And I could run these models, but I haven't done any of the core transformation logic yet. And yeah, this is just a video and a resource for how you would get started with your own connector template. Thank you.